Hi guys, Joe here with Kilo Inc. and this is just going to be a quick little update video. For any of you guys who have been wondering where I've been for the past month, I think at this point, I haven't really been anywhere. There isn't really any specific reason why I've been gone. It's just like, I swear, last week I posted a video and then I look and it turns out that was 4 weeks ago. I'm not entirely sure where the time went. Kind of just flew right on by. I haven't been sitting here doing nothing, but it's definitely weird. I've been playing a lot more games recently. There's a few good ones that have come out recently, and it's been keeping my attention focused on that. Anyways, so this is just going to be some quick minor updates. I've got a match of Super Chef between me and Devin playing in the background. This is going to be a pretty low effort video on my part. I don't plan to do a whole ton of editing, but let's kind of just get into it. We're going to start off with some Super Chef news. Nothing bad, really just some minor things, and it's really just rulebook related. The rulebook is so much better than Faitora's rulebook. It's night and day. I've improved so much. It's just so much better, but there's still a few things that need fixing. First off, I don't really know why I didn't do it in the first place. I think I was just being lazy. But I need to put all the pages through Grammarly to check for any spelling errors, because I had Devin read it, and the moment he read it, he found like 6 different errors, and I don't know how I missed them, but I guess I'm just really bad at noticing them. Just fixing some grammar errors, trying to make it just trying to improve things here and there, make it flow smoother, easier to read. That's kind of the big plan. I plan to add a few more pages with kind of like common sense TCG rules, like once per turn effects only happen during your turn, or like no looking through your deck during a match, but you can look through your waste pile but not your opponent's, things like that. I'm gonna completely redesign the reference page on the last sheet. It's too long for what it needs to be. I've looked at a couple other reference pages and I've seen how other rulebooks have done them, and it's just, for what I did, I didn't really understand the reference type. I don't know. I just did too much for the reference page. It really should be short and concise. And then I plan to add an extra section for like alternative game modes. It's things like a short game format, a long game format, and then like some other random things like infinite copies maybe, or if that's, not fun and a little too imbalanced, then just 5 copies instead of the 3 limit. And then there are a few cards that need some balancing. Red Wine needs a clarification. Bloody Mary and the Potted Plants need a nerf. I played a game recently and I absolutely destroyed Devin because I just kept getting those off. I kind of thought they would be, for Bloody Mary, I thought it would be really hard for the veggie type to get that Bloody Mary discarded. When I added Garden Pizza, that has a discard effect now. So now the veggie cards have a really good discard option. So it's a lot easier to get Bloody Mary off, especially if you menu it or use vegetarian to pull it out, or any other means to get it into your hand when you want it. So Bloody Mary has been made a lot easier to use, so I have to debuff it. And Potted Plants it also needs a debuff. It obviously can't have the exact same value as Bloody Mary. It's supposed, it's an easier way to get it off, so I plan to lower it down to 1 and Bloody Mary down to 2. And then Freezer Fridge, I'm gonna give it like a buff to like when it's used with like freezer items or something along those lines. I don't think the card's kind of mid, so I think just adding that can help it a little bit. The frozen cards don't really have an archetype to play with. They're kind of just support cards that you fit in whenever you need them, depending on the deck, So just having some general support might be good. That's kind of it for Super Chef. I've said this before, my plan is to start a new project to do something else and then come back to Super Chef later. I want to do set 2 for Super Chef this year. I want to start it. I think I'm going to start it around November. I think that's the plan right now. But until then, you know, I need a new project, and I think I've decided on my next card game project. I'm in like the early stages, but my plan is to do kind of like a devlog series with it. I don't know how that'll go. It'll be my first time doing it, obviously. So I don't know how. What's the word I'm looking for? How effective I will be, how interesting it'll be. So this is gonna be like a learning experience. And then really the only other thing that I wanted to talk about was kind of the identity of the channel. I've been kind of split on what I want to do. Part of me just wants to have one channel where I upload everything to said channel. You know, me playing games, my card content. But another part of me understands that there's a disconnect between those genres. I haven't decided what I want to do with that. I don't know if I should make a second channel that's focused on like gaming. The only problem with that is, you know, I already upload pretty infrequently, so having to manage 2 channels, it just doesn't seem like a good idea. So alternatively, I've been thinking of maybe, instead of trying to do like Let's Play type things, I do more like where it's like I condense the whole experience into like 1 or 2 videos, that type of thing. I think the Let's Play genre, outside of a few heavy hitters, you know, is not really viable anymore. People just don't have the same interest in sitting down and watching a full Let's Play. And I make my content really for myself at the end of the day. If people enjoy it, people enjoy it. But at the same time, I still want my content to be enjoyable for people to actually be able to enjoy it. If I make a bad video, nobody enjoys it. Well, why did nobody enjoy it? Did I enjoy it? Did I really enjoy making that video? Was it something that I really wanted to do? Was it the editing? Was it the game that I played? You know, like certain things I wouldn't change, but other things like editing or how I do the video, I would be more willing to change. So it's really just finding the most enjoyable way for everyone to enjoy my content. For those of you who don't know, I had a Fossil Fighter series that I was doing, and I actually unlisted all the videos. The playlist is still there, but all the videos are unlisted. And the reason why is because I was doing it in a really weird way. I was recording, you know, for an hour in bulk or whatever, and then, you know, my plan was, I'll condense it down to all the interesting points, so I have the long format videos, and then the short format videos where it's just like the important stuff. The problem with that is I'm not used to talking for constantly, and I really do need those mental breaks, at least right now, to just, you know, think about what to say and to keep things interesting. I feel like a lot of the things that I talked about were just random things to talk, essentially. And I don't think it was really fun. And it was really a lot more work to upload, to have to manage an hour length video and then, you know, try to cut that down to like a 30-minute video. Which I always wanted to try to get it to 20, but I could just never convince myself to cut other shit. So I don't plan to do that again, but I do plan to come back to Fossil Fighters, though I think I'm going to do more of like a challenge thing. I've beaten the game a couple of times already, and there's plenty of other places on YouTube to see a full Let's Play of the game. So like, there's really nobody in today's age who really wants to listen to the story and all that. Yeah, but I think that's pretty much all that I wanted to talk about. I don't know if I'll post a video next week. I might be busy, but the week after I should definitely post a video. I guess I've been a little bit busier, but I don't think I've been too busy to where I couldn't have made a video at all during the past month, but it is what it is. Hopefully you'll see me soon. But other than that, see you guys.